Hey guys, what's happening? So I wanted to do an update today. I have some slightly bad news. I had a slip up today, and I'm especially disappointed because I made like a few videos before this that I intended to post that were, 3-week videos and stuff like that. And I got so busy this past week that I just didn't really have time to upload them because I didn't have like Wi-Fi a lot of times this week. And so basically I wasn't counting the days like I talked about before, and I was on a pretty good streak, actually even better than my last one. I was on day 24 today, and then I kind of had a moment to myself today where I wasn't really doing anything, and I had some time alone in the house, and I checked my streak for the first time in a long time. And I noticed I was on 24 days, and I was like, oh, that's awesome. I've, gotten even further than I was last time. And then it was like this thought kind of kept creeping into my mind, like, well, you've already made it this far, like further than you did last time. Like, maybe it's okay to just like have one slip up. And then I kept trying to push the thought out of my mind, and it was tough to get out. And I thought about other things I could do. I thought about going outside or doing one of the things that I normally do to sort of get it off my mind. And I don't know, it was like I just slipped up, and I'm kind of annoyed at myself about it because I wasted a bunch of time this morning where I could have been doing something productive. And I'd started to see like really good benefits actually the last week too. Like, everything was going really well, and I was starting to feel really good about myself. So it's definitely like a little bit upsetting that this happened, but we have to be kind to ourselves, and I'm trying to remember that this is like a process, and recovery is not something that just happens, like you just decide in an instant that you are better, and then you just never have the problem again. And I do recognize that. So I think the more important thing is like what I do now. And right now I'm going to run an errand and just getting out of the house. So I think that honestly, like, sometimes the more important thing when you slip up is not so much that you like focus on not slipping up again, as it is just to like do something else, like literally anything else that puts you away from temptation for a little while, because that's what I did last time I slipped up, and it really helped a lot, because it kind of gave me some time to clear my mind and like realize it's in the past. All I can do is just do the best right now. And so that's something I'm trying to focus on right now, is just like staying in the present, trying to do my best right now rather than worry about what I could have done differently a couple hours ago, because it did happen today, but earlier today is still in the past, and I really can't like keep dwelling on it, because I did make it 24 days without slipping up, and that was honestly like a big stride for me. I almost made it like a full month, which now that I'm like starting to get into a routine of it, there have been several streaks I've had recently that were almost a month. So rather than kind of beat myself up about like what I could have done better, I'm also just trying to like reflect on like the strides that I've made as well, because it took a lot of self-work to get to where I am now, and I'm gonna continue to work on myself. But when you're trying to grow and you're trying to break a bad habit, though, like, I think one of the worst things you can do is like shame yourself about it and make yourself feel like you're not a good person because of it. Because I know that's not the case, and yeah, I did slip up, but people screw up sometimes. It's a part of life, and the important thing is that you keep trying. A phrase that I heard someone say recently is, if you don't know how, don't worry, you'll learn. And it's a very simple phrase, but to me it carries a lot of weight, because even if you're like fixing an addiction, like, if you don't know how you're gonna fix it yet, don't worry about it. You just have to be willing to learn and keep growing. And that's kind of where I'm at right now. Like, and I do know how in some ways, but like, I know that I don't have this down perfectly yet, but that's not really the important part right now. The important part is that I keep learning from my mistakes and I keep growing. And that's what I've been doing recently, is I've been growing, continuously making longer and longer streaks and strides, or whatever you want to call it. But anyway, that's all I have for today. I feel bad that I made several videos that were a bit more uplifting than this, and then this is the one that I'm going to end up posting, but it's important to hold myself accountable. So anyways, would love to hear you guys' thoughts, and hope you're having a good Friday, and hope you have a great weekend.